other global competitors who would want to introduce GMOs into the sector. So my concern is to be, maybe we deal away with that issue of recommended, unless we specify by the government or cabinet. Thank you.
Yes, Right Honorable Chair, I just want to inform a colleague that this country has a national research institute organization called NARU, with the researchers who are professionals, and they are the ones responsible for the research and the recommendation.
Right Honorable Chair, we have studied the recommendation by the committee and we find no objection to it. I think the most important thing here, I think that what the committee was trying to bring is to have someone take responsibility, political responsibility for the varieties of these products that you're putting out in the market. And I think it is appropriate if the minister, if you're going to send anything to the public, someone must take political responsibility for it. And here they are saying the minister, you will be politically responsible. Should a wrong product end up in the market, it is your responsibility. I think that's what they are introducing here. And I think it's a very good way of checking the authority and ensuring that the minister is hands-on and responsible for the things that are happening in his sector.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. I want to agree with the Attorney General that when we were in Gulu, I talked about suitability and capability of our soils. And this was a study done in Uganda here. There are areas in Uganda that are not yet growing coffee. They are suitable for certain types of coffee. And those are the areas we're talking about. When you take places like my district of Zombo, we are high altitude area, 1,300 meters to 2,300 meters above sea level. It is only suitable for Arabica. But there are areas below 1,300 meters above sea level that can grow coffee. Therefore, I think that clause is along that line. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, I concede.
Let's first hear from
Madam Chair.
Honorable Nandala and Honorable Katuntu Jema. I've seen Doctor. I want to thank the patriotic opposition who are in the House. And very brilliant. And very, very brilliant. Yes.
Madam Chair, my colleague from Zombo has said they grow Arabic coffee because they are at a higher altitude. I want to tell the colleagues that coffee can be grown even in this house. Yes. But it will not taste like the one from other regions. I'll give you that. He grows Arabic coffee, we grow Arabic coffee. Our taste is far different. It has no aroma, has nothing. No. So you will come in the house and start talking about Arabic coffee. So we must, I want to state that coffee has over 10,000 species which grow everywhere. That's why I said, even in this house, we can grow a certain type of coffee.
I want to give this information to honorable colleague. There are many people from the Elgon area who are buying coffee in Zombo. And they do it for blending, and they pack them as Elgon coffee because we are not packaging at the moment. But what I want to tell you is Zombo had been growing coffee for a very, very long time. And we are not about to stop growing Arabica coffee.
Madam Speaker, the colleague has raised a very dangerous statement that Zombo coffee is used for branding Yeah, branding is also branding Bugisu Arabic coffee. I think you are making a fundamental mistake. And I can state this all over the world. The best coffee in this world, which is Arabic coffee, comes from Mount Elgon.
Honorable
And
Nathan,
it is the one which is
Honorable Nathan. Honorable Nathan, blending the Bugisu coffee by Zombo coffee, that would mean we are doing adulteration. Can you withdraw your statement?
So, Madam Speaker, it is him to withdraw.
Him, I'm saying.
And I want to state here.
You sit, you first sit. Withdraw. We don't adulterate our coffee, Bugisu.
Madam Chair.
You know, the competitors may understand that we adulterate coffee.
No, blending is not adulteration.
It's basically on that.
That English, I understand it very well. Blending is not adulteration. And we are all growing Arabica. We are apparently at the same altitude with Elgon, though they are slightly higher, but the coffee we are growing, Arabica coffee, is the same. It's not about adulteration. I really want to pray that
we are saying blending it.
Madam Speaker, I want him to withdraw it. The reason I want, one, Bugisu Arabic coffee, if you mix it with Zombo, it ceases to be Elgon Pride. And this is you, if you are the one taking our coffee to brand it and make it Zombo coffee, you are making a mistake. We want to clear the state. We, our coffee can never, if there are businessmen who are branding it, that's the businessmen. But there will be no way this coffee can be branded with Zombo.
I want to say this. Right now, we have so many business people from the Elgon in Paida town. Should we order them to leave buying coffee? But because he doesn't want to accept, I withdraw.
Honorable members, I put a question that clause 37 be amended as proposed. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 37 as amended.
I put a question that clause 37 as amended stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 38.
I put a question that clause 38 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 39.
I put a question that clause 39 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 40.
I put a question that clause 40 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 41.
Chair, clause 41 is amended by C, substituting the head note for the following: repeal of section 42 of the Principal Act. D, substituting the clause for the following: section 42 of the Principal Act is repealed. Justification A, there is no need for the ministry to be mandated to promote consumption of coffee by law. Promotion of coffee for domestic consumption is just an administrative measure and not a matter of law. B, rationalization is intended to do away with wasteful expenditure, hence rendering the provision unnecessary.
Right Honorable Chair, the committee proposes to repeal the whole of section 42, but I think the committee intended to only repeal section 42 2A. Section 42 provides for the authority shall promote and support domestic coffee consumption. That is one. Two, for purposes of this section, the authority shall conduct awareness on coffee consumption, conduct behavior change communication among the public to encourage the drinking of coffee. And 3, build the capacity of local roasters, coffee baristas, coffee brewers, and any other stakeholders. While I agree that it may not be the duty of the ministry to go around promoting the consumption of coffee, I do not think it is harmful, because we have the people who are in that value chain, and they are part of the value addition of the value chain of coffee. So there is coffee which is exported, and then coffee which is consumed locally. So to remove it may not be in the best interest of completing the entire value chain. I propose, honorable members and colleagues, that we leave section 42 within the Act, and the ministry will then use its policy directives to manage this value chain. I don't think it is harmful. I beg to submit.
Madam Chair, I want to state that we produce Ergon Pride, and it should be consumed. The committee is, what I brought up this, is that now we want the ministry to be the advertising agent for people who are producing coffee locally. So I want to agree with the Attorney General that section 42, we only amend the word authority. The rest should remain.
Thank you.
Right Honorable Chair, I concede.
So for the record, we are proposing that the clause 42 should now be amended in clause 42(1) to replace the word authority with the ministry, and in 42(2) to amend to replace the word authority with ministry. I beg to submit.
I put a question that clause 42 be amended as proposed by that clause 41 be amended as proposed by the Attorney General, and 41. It is clause 42 of the apparent act, but clause 41 of the bill. I put a question that clause 42 be amended as proposed by the 41 be amended as proposed by the by Attorney General. Those in favor say, and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 41 as amended.
I put a question that clause 41 as amended stands part of the bill. Those in favor say, and aye, to the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 42.
Clause 42. I put a question that clause 42 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say, and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 43.
I put a question that clause 43 stands part of the bill.
Clause 43 is talking about amending section 44. Levy on coffee export. Madam Chair, there is no way a minister can levy. You understand? Yeah, because here you see there are some way you are substituting that they are fitting in, but here you cannot say the minister shall levy a charge. No. I think here they could, to be safe, the ministry shall levy a charge, not the minister.
Minister.
You see, because the ministry has a PS.
Minister.
Right, Honorable Chair and Honorable colleagues. Many of these levies and things that have the ability to create a tax are normally signed off by the minister because it's an executive function.
Yes.
So if you say the ministry, then that means anyone in the ministry could do that. Secondly, it is normally done by statutory instrument, and you'll find a great difficulty having a PS or a commissioner signing a statutory instrument. I beg to propose, honorable colleagues, that we do leave it with the minister to propose and handle that. Thank you.
Thank you. I put a question that clause 44 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say aye to the contrary. The ayes have it. I put a question that clause 43 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 44. Clause 45.
I put a question that clause 45 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 46.
I put a question that clause 46 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 47.
I put a question that clause 47 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say aye and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 48.
I put a question that clause 48 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 49.
I put a question that clause 49 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 50.
I put a question that clause 50 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 51.
I put a question that clause 51 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 52.
I put a question that clause 52 stands part of the bill.
Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I am on 52. We're trying to amend. No, we're talking of section 53 of the law. Madam Chair, I wanted to bring the notice to my colleague from Zombo that under section 53(2)H, it says adulterated coffee, that one. Or is in possession of adulterated coffee, that one. Including mixing coffee of different types, or mixing coffee with non-coffee materials, or what are types. So, Madam Chair, I wanted to put on also colleague that if there are people in Zombo who are mixing coffee from other areas, they are committing a crime. You better report them immediately to police.
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Honorable members, I put a question that stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 53.
I put a question that clause 53 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 54.
I put a question that clause 54 stands part of the bill. Buvuma?
54 is talking about regulations.
You are not Buvuma, sir. Not Honorable Chair, clause 54, I propose to amend section 56 of the Principal Act, subsection 1, by inserting the following. After the word minister, the following. The minister shall, with approval of Parliament, make resolutions, blah, blah, justifications to ensure okay, right Honorable Chair, after the word minister, shall with approval of Parliament make regulations, justification to ensure that Parliament examines and approves any regulations made under this Act.
Madam Speaker, Parliament makes laws, and you task the executive to implement them and report to Parliament on the implementation progress. Requiring the regulations, I can be required to lay them on table. That's in order, and that practice is well known. So I do not support the amendment, Madam Chair and colleagues.
Honorable Minister, the member is saying, the minister lays regulations to Parliament. You see, when you lay on to Parliament, who will send to a committee. The committee will bring it to Parliament, and it is the same thing. It doesn't differ much.
Chair, I am not disagreeing with your guidance, but the framing of the section,
Laying on table.
laying on table is okay, but with approval,
And
it's a conditional precedent.
It is laying on table.
No, no. Madam Chair, regulations is a law. Please, Honorable Minister Frank, my former student. Madam Chair, the minister will make regulations to regulate the sector. But this regulations need, listen to me. We have made so many laws whereby there are those which can be just laid, there are those which should be approved. And I want to state that having given the minister all the powers from the beginning up to the end, you make a mistake to allow him make regulations and he implements, you are in danger. This is a very leading sector. It is a coffee sector. It has a lot of revenues. You can even change many things. So, Madam Chair, I want to agree with my colleague from Uvuvuma that the minister may, with approval, I'm saying may, with approval of Parliament,
Honorable Nandala, the minister shall lay regulations before Parliament for better carrying into effect the provisions of this act.
we can improve. The reason why I'm saying the minister may, it is right.
Shall.
Give me your ears for 1 minute. He may decide not to make the what? The regulation.
Why? We are saying he must.
So you're saying he must?
Yes.
So you're saying the minister shall make regulations with approval of Parliament.
Honorable Nathan, Honorable Katundu, yes?
Thank you very much, Madam Chairperson. Ordinarily, we make the principal act, and under that act, the minister is given powers to make regulations or rules for purposes of implementing the act. The reason why we require sometimes to have those rules or regulations laid on table is for us to be certain that he has not exceeded his powers. However, if you say approval, then we go back into the process as Parliament into looking into those regulations. Actually, it's like we are now enacting another law. In any case, once you say approval, it means the House sends them to the committee, then they are brought back, and then we debate them all over again, like we are debating an act of Parliament. I would suggest, and really, because this is a honest debate between the Honorable Nandala Mafabi and us, very, very honest, and I appreciate my colleague's contribution. And the reasons are not very difficult to find. Honorable Nandala Mafabi is a coffee guru, if I may call him so. So, let the minister make the regulations, lay them on table, and once he lays them on the table, then we have an opportunity to look into them. If we think he has exceeded his powers, then we will take him at that point. Otherwise, we can't provide everything to be debated as if we are going to go through another process of enacting a substantive law. Yes, Madam Chairperson, I'd like to caution the minister and indeed the entire cabinet. If you have been given powers to make rules, don't go beyond the powers you have been given. Make sure you only enact rules to implement, for purposes of implementing the parent act. We have not given you powers to legislate substantively.
So can we have the amendment?
Having listened to the debate, Right Honourable Chair, I propose that the proposal by the Honourable Member from Buvuma be amended to read that the Minister shall make regulations and lay the same before Parliament. Beg to submit.
The Minister shall make regulations and lay before Parliament.
I concede, Madam Speaker. Madam
To who?
We are the same.
Shall.
The Minister shall make regulations and lay the same before Parliament.
Thank you. Minister.
I concede to this amendment.
Thank you. On the same?
Yeah, Madam Chair, in most cases, the regulations are good for implementation. But experience has shown that some ministers, when we tell them to make regulations and lay them on table, they sleep completely. Can we tag a period, within which period? Because this is a very important sector. Can we say within 6 months? Yes. Information. And I propose that within 6 months, they lay the regulations.
Yes, Right Honourable Chair. Actually, the member has an interesting proposal, but I just wanted to correct something that, just for information, Honourable Ministers hardly sleep. So they never sleep on the job, because we even find it difficult sleeping at home. But I agree, Right Honourable Members, while we are doing this, we just need to be mindful of one thing. Regulations are always evolving. So please, let us not take it to mean that after we have presented regulations in 6 months, there can never be any other regulations that come. So regulations, so you are saying the first set of regulations. I have no objection to that, Right Honourable Speaker.
Madam Chair.
Honourable members. Our issue on...
yes, Madam Chair. First of all, I agree the regulation can be made anytime. I think what my brother Bakabulinde, that one, what he was raising is we need to differentiate the two cases. When he has made the regulation, before implementation, it should be laid in the what? In the House. There are two things. Before implementation, it should be laid in what? In the House. It is up to him. If he has made the regulation and decides to sit on it, he cannot implement it until he has laid it in the what? In the House. So the regulation becomes effective when it has been laid in the House and agreed on. So me, why I wanted to make some, maybe for the first one, yes, we can say for this one, which is the first one, within 6 months. Anytime you make another regulation, unless it is laid, you cannot what? Use it.
Yes, Right Honourable Speaker and Honourable colleagues, once the law requires you to do some act, such as laying them before Parliament, until you have completed those processes, they'll have no legal effect. So definitely, they will not have any effect until they are laid before Parliament.
Thank you. I put a question that clause 54 be amended as proposed by the Attorney General. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 54 as amended.
I put a question that clause 54 as amended stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 55.
Clause 55. I put a question that clause 55 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 56.
I put a question that clause 56 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 57.
I put a question that clause 57 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 58.
I put a question that clause 58.
58. Madam Chair, 58 is talking about savings and the compensation, because we need the House to understand.
Honorable Minister.
The liabilities, we have employees who are doing what? What are you committing? Because here it is saying you transfer savings to the ministry. Now, what about the employees? Those are the liabilities I'm looking at. The other one may be the one paying coffee nursery, whatever, but the employees. What are you putting in the law about employees?
Section 58, clause 58 provides for the saving provision, and 58.4 provides that the staff of UCD, Coffee Development Authority, may be redeployed to serve in the public service, subject to the availability of positions. Yes. Colleagues, yes, it may, because one, you must remember that the purpose of rationalization was to reduce. So there are some people in UCDA who are definitely not going to be redeployed. So where the positions exist, they will be redeployed. But there are some who are definitely not going to be redeployed. But that has been provided for. Thank you.
Madam Chair. We grow. We don't underestimate. We grow a lot of it.
Clause 58.
Clause 58.
Nandal had made a proposal on staff, and that AG had responded and said it's catered for already. So
Yes, Yona.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
On which clause?
58.
Staff already catered for.
Madam Chair, whereas I agree with the change, where we are saying the board members and staff of the Coffee Development Authority shall be paid terminal benefits in accordance with terms and conditions of their services. Madam Chair, we have been here. We watched UPK being merged to Chambogo University. We know where the staff are as of today.
Honorable members, I put a question that clause 58 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Title.
Honorable, before title, Honorable Kefa, Dr. Kefa.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair, for giving me opportunity to move this amendment.
Honorable Minister, listen to this amendment.
The amendment I'm moving is that we insert a new clause immediately after clause 12 to say that the minister shall report to Parliament on the performance of the functions under Section 5 at least once every financial year. And the objective of this, Madam Chair, is that there is fear in the community at the moment. And this is what we are trying to address. there is fear in the community that the promotion of coffee, the development of the coffee sector will go down. And this is helping us to put the minister to create some accountability, to help the minister, to ensure that the minister regularly reports to Parliament on the performance of the sector. And we are assuming that with the investment in the sector, with the investment of the sector, it's likely to perform much better. And that's what actually we are likely to see, which will be reassuring to the community. Thank you very much, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Chair. I want to make a clarification that actually we appear before sessional committee every year when we present policy statement, and will be covered.
Honorable members, when you look at the Public Finance Management Act, Section 13, it requires every entity, every ministry to report on the financials and physical performance of an entity whenever they are presenting the ministerial statement, the budget framework paper, and as members of Parliament, you should take responsibility in ensuring that you do your oversight role well. Yes, Minister of Finance, State.
Madam Chair, thank you very much. In addition to the Public Finance Management Act provisions, also Ministry of Agriculture as a vote is audited annually. And the report of the Auditor General captures both financial, physical, and qualitative performance. Therefore, there are all ways through which there are ways provided for already through which, if we want to check performance of the sector, we have all ways. We don't have to necessarily insert a clause in the law. Therefore, I want to invite my friend Dr. Kefa to concede, to withdraw his insertion.
Thank you. Honorable Gwang.
Madam Chair, I also want to try to plead with my colleague, Honorable Kefa, to withdraw his amendment with the following. We are all aware, honorable colleagues, that first you can even write a question for the Prime Minister to answer. And we have an able-bodied Prime Minister who has been answering questions here every Friday regarding any sector. Every Thursday. So for that matter, why would you want to wait for a financial year and to make a law which gives a mandate for a full year for you to come here? Why don't you ask as when you want it? I thank every week. I thank
Madam Chair.
Honorable members.
Madam Chair.
Title.
Madam Chair, we've supported the bill and we've agreed with everything. We request that for political reasons, because of the pressure we are facing, that this is allowed, at least because of the pressure that we're having on it.
You cannot make a law depending on pressure.
Honorable members.
Title.
I put a question that the title stands part of the bill. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Motion for resumption of the House.
Honorable Minister.
Madam Chair and honorable colleagues, I beg to move that the House do resume and the Committee of the whole House reports thereto.
I put a question that the House resumes and the Committee of the whole House resumes reports thereto. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Right Honorable, allow me to thank this House on
We have not finished. Honorable members, don't go. We still have UNRA and REA and Road Fund.
Report of the Committee of the Whole House.
Honorable Minister.
Right Honorable Speaker, Madam Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole House has considered the bill entitled the National Coffee Amendment Bill 2024 and passed with amendments.
Thank you.
Motion for adoption of the report of the Committee of the Whole House.
Honorable Minister.
Madam Speaker, I beg to move that the report from the Committee of the Whole House be adopted.
I put a question that the report of the Committee of the Whole House be adopted by this House. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Bill's third reading, the National Coffee Amendment Bill 2024.
Honorable members, physically we have 305 members. And maybe to respond on the issue of conflict of interest, honorable members, at the commencement of today's sitting, the leader of opposition rose, citing under Rule 94 on the conflict of interest. He thought to indict the presiding officer for allegedly having a conflict of interest in relation to coffee amendment bill. That is on today's paper. He also referred a statement that I apparently made upon which he imputed discrimination. From the onset, I wish to state I was quoted out of context. In any event, this House is a house of record. And being the custodian of the rules of procedure, and being the house of record, and if anybody thinks that I mentioned what the leader of opposition mentioned, I want to urge that member to bring a documentary evidence and lay on table. And once it is laid on table, and it is true that I said what he said, then I will be able to apologize to this country and to the persons who are affected. But before that is done, because it is not true, I will not do it. Honorable members, in event of Rule 994 of the Rules of Procedure, clearly speaks on the conflict of interest. It requires a member who has a conflict of interest to declare it, and once this is done, such a member is precluded from discussing or voting on the issue before the House. We must note that Rule 94 refers to a member and not the Speaker or the presiding officer. By whatever name called, a member is defined under Rule 2 of the Rules of Procedure as a member of Parliament. A speaker, on the other hand, is independently defined as a Speaker of Parliament and includes the Deputy Speaker. It is imperative to note that by command of Rule 77, the Speaker shall not be part of the debate but may give guidance to the House on the matter before the House. Similarly, Rule 93(4) of the Rules of Procedure, the person of the presiding officer, in Parliament or in committee shall have neither an original nor a casting vote. And if upon any question before the House, the votes are equally divided, the motion shall be lost. The Speaker or presiding officer shall not vote. As such, the rule is inapplicable to the Speaker because, as part of Rule 77(1) and Rule 93(4), the Speaker is neither participates in the debate before the House, nor does she vote in any issue before the House. That is why under 94(4), the decision on whether a member fails to declare a conflict of interest is a sole preserve of the Speaker. In the circumstance, therefore, the cited rule, therefore, is inapplicable, which was cited by the Leader of Opposition, to the circumstance as to presented by the Leader of Opposition. I am not conflicted. In any way. 2, he cited a wrong rule. 3, I do not vote. 4, a speaker does not become conflicted in any way or the other because she or he does not debate or does not vote. Where a vote ties, that vote is lost. So when we are debating in this House, let's debate with the logic, not politics. And I want to assure members, no amount of intimidation can ever move me away from where I am. I will remain the smiling me. And now that Trump has even won, the sanctions are gone. Honorable Minister.
Madam Speaker, I beg to move that the bill entitled the National Coffee Amendment Bill 2024 be read the third time and do pass.
I put a question that the National Coffee Amendment Bill 2024 be read the third time and do pass. Those in favor say, and the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
A bill for an act titled the National Coffee Amendment Act 2024.
Bill, the title is settled and the bill has been passed. On a special note, I want to thank the chairman BCU, Honorable Nandal Mafavi. I want to thank Honorable Katuntu, Honorable Basalirwa. I want the junior Fox Odoi. I want thank Honorable Batua, the whip of DP. Whip of DP is there, and Dokolo is also here. All the DPs, UPCs, and when we say opposition is not one party. FDC is here, NRM is here, UPC is here, DP is here, JAMA is here, independents are here. Next item.
Madam Speaker, thank you for giving me an opportunity to really move a vote of thanks. I wish to express my gratitude as the sponsor of the bill, to thank you, Madam Speaker, to thank members of Parliament, to thank His Excellency the President, to thank Her Excellency the Vice President and the Right Honorable Prime Minister for the support and for the explanation and for understanding that coffee is indeed our premium beverage for the country. We all love it. We don't only drink it, we grow it, and we shall all continue to stand together to consolidate
Honorable members, please don't go. You remember we stood over a bill. Can you whip your people there? They are going away.
So, Madam Speaker, mine is to register a vote of appreciation to all the members and to pledge that we shall continue as a ministry with your support to ensure that the coffee value chain is developed, to ensure that our exports continue to gain access to the international markets. We shall ensure that our laboratories continue to be fully accredited. With your support, we shall ensure that our research institutes continue to produce the best varieties, and our coffee profile as a country will continue to go up. I thank you.
Thank you.
I want to assure Ugandans and the coffee farmers that despite the emotive debate, the intention behind this is to rationalize and consolidate our efforts for the betterment of the farmers. I thank you.
Item 3 on the order paper.
Linda.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. On behalf of the committee, I would also like to extend my appreciation to this House and to you in particular. You've suffered with us together, but I'm happy that we have reached the positive conclusion, and I do support the ministry and especially the statement of the minister. As a committee, will work together to consolidate the effort to achieve all these agencies that have been rationalized.
Honorable members, I need you in the House.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable.
I need you in the House for second reading first before you go. First come back for the second reading.
Item 3 on the order paper. Bill second reading, the Uganda National Roads Authority Repeal Bill 2024.
A brief one.
Right Honorable Speaker, in justifying the Uganda National Roads Authority Repeal Bill 2024, I would just briefly want to draw the attention of the members, and in doing that also lay their fears to rest. Right Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues, I was privileged to be a minister already in 2006 when His Excellency the President invited the members of Parliament to Statistics House to particularly mobilize resources for the road sector.
Can you speak to your motion?
That's the justification, Right Honorable. And what happened then was, Right Honorable Speaker, the money was injected into the road sector about the time the Uganda National Roads Authority was coming into effect. So there has been a misconception in the country that Uganda National Roads Authority is synonymous to good roads. The truth is that the state and the NRM government injected adequate resources for the making of roads as an affirmative intervention about the time when UNRA was coming into existence. And it has been very difficult to separate, because UNRA came now into effect in 2008 when the first 2 trillion was put into the road sector. And that's how people started seeing roads.
Thank you.
Why we have decided that it has outlived its usefulness, we want to streamline the management of the ministry. We want to reduce the administrative work of the
because tomorrow.
The need to rationalize the agencies to create equilibrium. Right Honourable Speaker and Honourable colleagues, object of the bill. The object of the bill is to repeal Uganda National Road Authority Act 2006, now Cap 214, to dissolve Uganda National Road Authority established thereunder and mainstream its functions into the ministry responsible for roads. This is to give effect to government policy for rationalization of government agencies and public expenditure adopted by Cabinet on 22nd February 2021 and contained in Cabinet Minute number 43, CT 2, 2021,
aimed at government relieving itself of financial drain. B, promotion of coordinated administrative arrangements, policies, procedures for ensuring efficient and effective, successful management of financial accounting and budgetary discipline of government agencies and departments. Policy and principles of the bill. The bill is premised on the government policy for rationalization of government agencies and public expenditure RAPEX, which was adopted by Cabinet, as I highlighted. Right Honourable Speaker and honourable colleagues, I don't expect echoing from ministers.
Honourable Chair,
Yes,
please.
I want your protection. The ministers are echoing me.
Honourable Chair, please look at recommendations, observations and recommendations.
Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker.
You're protected.
Yes. Right Honourable Speaker and honourable colleagues, these are the committee observations. The committee, the Minister of State for Planning, Honourable Amos Gorobi, I think this was overtaken by events because the Minister later tabled the certificate. So we recommend, Honourable Speaker, the committee recommends that the government should consider touring experience package for UNRA staff as guided by the Attorney General's office, and we attached the correspondences. Ongoing works, the committee observed that some of the existing contracts contain clauses that bind government to a specific implementing agency, notably UNRA. Any deviation from contractual terms, including transfer of projects to alternative agencies, could trigger severe consequences, such as partial or suspension of the project. And we put the examples. The committee therefore recommends that while government is rationalizing UNRA, it should ensure minimal disruption to ongoing projects, conduct thorough contract review to identify restrictive clauses, engage stakeholders, contractors and financiers to negotiate to renegotiate contracts and develop contingency plans to mitigate potential project suspension or penalties. That the Attorney General pays specific attention to this matter, which may result into litigation and financial loss. Transitional management of UNRA portfolio. Right Honourable Speaker and honourable colleagues, while committee supports government decision to rationalize the Uganda National Road Authority and merge its functions within the Ministry of Works and Transport, however, considering UNRA's substantial portfolio of 9 trillion, including loans, binding the agency as implementing partner, the committee recommends a transitional management period of 3 years to ensure seamless handover. The phased approach will enable ministry to absorb UNRA responsibilities, mitigate potential disruptions, and guarantee uninterrupted road development and maintenance.
Honourable members, please listen.
Right Honourable Speaker, the rest were observations. The rest are observations, and you can read, and I'll go straight to the conclusion. The committee, Right Honourable Speaker, the committee acknowledges the progress and work undertaken by Uganda National Road Authority since its establishment, including the upgrading, maintenance of various national roads, improvement of road safety, and enhanced road infrastructure development. Despite these achievements, the committee notes the government's policy shift and strategic decision to rationalize UNRA, aiming at eliminating duplication of functions with the Ministry of Works and Transport, enhance accountability and optimize resource utilization. Right Honourable Speaker, in light of this policy change, the committee recommends supporting the rationalization of Uganda National Road Authority, considering government's objective to streamline agencies and promote efficient service delivery. The committee therefore recommends that Uganda National Road Authority Act be repealed, UNRA be dissolved, and its functions be mainstreamed into a ministry responsible for roads. Right Honourable Speaker, honourable members, I beg to move that the Uganda National Road Authority Act Repeal Bill 2024 be passed with the proposed amendments. Thank you very much. I beg to move, Right Honourable Speaker.
Thank you so much, honourable members. You've heard, and it is self-explanatory. Self-explanatory. Yes, Nathan, I know you want to move a motion that we...
No, Madam Speaker, before I move a motion, since we are on rationalization, everything must be rationalized. It will be very dangerous for us to do others for others, and I don't know. Everything must be what? Rationalized.
Motion.
Motion.
A motion.
That motion that I want us to recommit Uganda. Yes, Madam Speaker.
A motion that we go to the committee stage.
Madam Speaker, I move a motion that we move to the committee stage.
Thank you. Aye. Those in favor? Stand up. I want to see. The whole house is in favor. The ayes have it. I put a question that the National Road Authority Repeal Bill 2024 be read for the second time. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
The Uganda National Roads Authority Repeal Bill 2024, Bills Committee stage.
Please sit, please sit. Members, we have 218 members in the House, and then 15 online. So we have the quorum.
Clause 1.
Chair.
Right Honourable Speaker. We propose a new clause. Insert a new clause immediately before clause 1 as follows. Commencement. This act shall commence into force on date appointed by the minister by statutory instrument. And the justification is there to provide the commencement date of the act.
Minister, Attorney General.
Right Honourable Speaker, Right Honourable Chair, and Honourable colleagues, Acts of Parliament come into force on the date of publication. Normally, for you to have a specific date or another time when you want to come in, you want it to come into force, that justification have been done. We have considered rationalization. Honourable members and honourable colleagues, I propose that you allow that this bill, that provision be dropped, and the bill comes into force from the time of publication.
Thank you. Minister.
Right Honourable Chair, I concur with the Attorney General.
Thank you.
I consider it, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.
Clause 1.
Chair.
Clause 1, Honourable Chair, is amended by substituting for the definition of the word road the following: road means the highway and any other road to which the public have access, and includes a bridge over which a road passes, or a ferry, or a ship. Justification: the Ferries Act was repealed by the Inland Water Act 345, and the Inland Water Act does not define the word ship. The definition of the word road has been adopted from the Road Act Cap 346.
I concede, Right Honorable Chair, and I thank the committee for this input. Thank you.
Thank you. I put a question that clause 1 be amended as proposed. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 1 as amended.
I put a question that clause 1 as amended stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 2.
I put a question that clause 2 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 3.
Chair.
Right Honorable Chair, clause 3, purpose of amendment of Act 15 of 2006. Clause 3 is amended by substituting for the phrase Act 15 of 2008, and wherever the phrase appears in the bill, the phrase Cap 214, wherever the phrase appears in the bill, the phrase Cap 214. The justification: to align the citation of the bill with the new citation of the Principal Act as per the revised laws of Uganda done by the Law Reform Commission that took effect on 1st July 2024.
I put a question that clause 3 be amended as proposed. Those in favor say and to a contrary, nay. The ayes have it. Is consequential.
Clause 3 as amended.
I put a question that clause 3 as amended stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 4.
I put a question that clause 4 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 5.
I put a question that clause 5 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say on the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 6.
Chair.
Right Honorable Chair, clause 6, savings. Clause 6 is amended by deleting subclause 2, and justification: legislation should not be used to take away a person's right to claim for compensation where the right exists.
Minister.
Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable colleagues, I think the committee is correct, because just saying shall not be as a result of this, but if the right exists, then the right would exist. I concede that.
What about the one who amended?
Minister.
The one of the Coffee Authority, you left it. Why not this one? And we have passed it. So everything must follow what we have passed. If it becomes illegal, let it be dealt with in the courts of law.
Right Honorable Speaker, I concede with, I agree with the Attorney General.
Madam Speaker, I disagree with the Attorney General and the committee report. There's the section, the sub-clause must be part of the main clause. The justification, we have passed it in other laws.
Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable colleagues, if we have indeed passed it, which I doubt, because I don't remember seeing it in any other law. If we have passed it, and which like I said,
what you are talking about coffee was a levy.
This one is saying that compensation is not payable to any member of the board of UNRA for loss of office resulting from the dissolution of UNRA. But what the committee is saying...
Order, Madam Speaker. On page 13 of the National Coffee Amendment Bill, 3 it reads, compensation is not payable, that is section 58, clause 58, Attorney General. What you ate, you must eat it fully. Compensation is not payable to any member of the board of the Coffee Development Authority for loss of office resulting from the dissolution of the Coffee Development Authority. So, Madam Speaker, is the Attorney General, very bright man, in order to come and say it wasn't there, yet it was there.
No, what I'm saying, Right Honorable Speaker, is that...
Not
the same thing.
No, honorable members, if it is in other bills that compensation shall not be paid to the board, then let it be so.
Right Honorable Speaker, we are saying exactly that. What I am saying to the committee is that if it is not paid, if this provision is not enforceable in law, it will not be enforced. Yes. There is no right that has been lost by this existing here.
Yes.
So there is no contradiction. So his proposal is not necessary. It adds no value.
Yes.
Thank you, Right Honorable Chair. Right Honorable Chair, we need to read clause 6 in totality to understand what they are talking about. Clause 6, subclause 1 reads as follows. The board members and staff of Uganda National Roads Authority shall be paid their terminal benefits in accordance with the terms and conditions of their service. That is followed by clause 2, which is supposed to be the contentious one in this case. Compensation is not payable to any member of the board of Uganda National Roads Authority for loss of office resulting from the dissolution of the National Roads Authority. The only thing we are providing for here is we are not creating a right for them to claim from government on account of the dissolution.
Honorable Fox, then there shouldn't have been an amendment.
Yes, Right Honorable.
It would have stood part of the bill.
Yes, Right Honorable. So
yes, and that is in line with what
Honorable Nandala is saying.
Yes.
So, Right Honorable Chair, I plead with the chair of the committee to withdraw his proposed amendment.
Yes.
I concede.
Thank you, AG.
I agree, Right Honorable Speaker.
Minister.
We are moving in tandem.
I put a question that clause 6 stands part of the bill. Those in favor say aye and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Title.
Title. I put a question that the title stands part of the bill. Those in favor say aye and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Motion for resumption of the House.
Chair,
Honorable Minister.
Madam Chair, made a mistake.
Yes.
Madam Chair.
Wait.
Madam Chair, in the bill there is no title. Which title are we confirming? If we are, yes, we have to be very careful. If the title is stands by the order of the Act, it is talking of National Road Authority. If the true story here is that the minister should have moved an amendment to the title. You may refuse it, but I'm giving you free advice.
Honorable Nathan, the title is Uganda National Road Authority Repeal Bill. Repeal 2024. That is the title. And it is standing at that. Yes.
Madam Speaker, Madam Chair, I beg to move that the House do resume and the Committee of the whole House reports thereto.
I put a question that the House resumes and the Committee of the whole House resumes reports thereto. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it.
Report of the Committee of the Whole House.
Honorable Minister.
Madam Chair, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole House has considered the bill entitled the Uganda National Roads Authority Repeal Bill and passed it without amendments. I beg to